Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. I'm a divine channeler, medium, spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist. And I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. Before I start this really special video today, one that is so crucial and what I truly believe is going to help turn a lot of things around for those who are on a self-mastery journey, who are on ascension journeys, twin flame journeys. I first want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been helping out with the pandemic, all the nurses, all the hospitals, all the service people, everyone who's been lending a hand, giving to charity, setting up shelters, giving out food, all of these amazing things. The celebrities, thank you so much for your time and for your performances and for your charities. I don't know if any celebrities watching my channel, but I'm putting the energy out there, thanking you guys anyway. You're amazing. Everyone is amazing, who's been helping. It's so important to understand that in these times where it seems like we have more separation than ever, we're actually learning that this is unifying us so much more, that we're coming together, and it really is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I know the world is in a really weird place right now, and a lot of people are scared out there, but I do feel that we are getting through this together. We really are, despite everyone's situations out there. Everyone has different experiences of this, but as we pull together as a unified people, we will be getting through this, and it's going to bring in so much light more than ever. So thank you. Now on to this very, very important video. This video really is for anyone, and I planned on doing another video. This sometimes happens, but this really took precedence over everything. If you are a twin flame, this is going to be extremely important for you to listen to. If you're not a twin flame, that's fine too, because everything we're going to be talking about today, it's all related to attracting the best in life, being able to live a life of complete abundance, being able to truly find joy, happiness, inner peace, self-love. It all has to do with wholeness, embodying our wholeness. And this is what I received is really important right now for people to understand, because some people actually are sabotaging their wholeness and their unions. They really are. And they don't understand that they're doing it. So I'm not judging anyone. And if this does trigger anyone personally, please don't take this as a personal offense. These are just some things that you're learning, and you are meant to learn it at the pace that you're meant to learn it. But if I can help, shed some light on some things to help people meditate on it and turn some things around and learn those lessons a little quicker, I'm here for that. I'm here for that. So for those who are finding it very difficult on their journeys, who are struggling, who are feeling loneliness, agitation, anger, resentment, who are bitter about the journey that you're on, especially too if you're finding that you're in a twin flame separation and this is driving you absolutely crazy and you just can't take it anymore, and you're, trying to get answers all over the place, and you're going for readings and doing all these things and doing all these meditations and doing all these, all the things to try to help everything out. This is just to shed some light here and to understand more so about balance, okay, and wholeness. So the mirror. This is the magic mirror. This was going to be my magic mirror. It might be my scrying mirror. But it is. It's a magic mirror. And you want to know why this is a magic mirror, even though I did not do anything particular with it yet. It's a magic mirror because this shows you your truthful reflection. And life in the physical is all based on this. It's all based on this, okay? Well, this makes up your energy. This makes up what you vibrate at, how you relate to yourself. When you have your reflection looking back at you, how do you feel about your reflection? Are you comfortable with your reflection? Now, we're not just talking about aesthetics in the outside. We're talking about everything. We're talking about the stuff, all the bits. This mirror reflects back everything, okay? Now, some of the things that are reflect back in this mirror, you may not like. It may feel extremely uncomfortable. It may be awkward. It may be your shadow aspects. And especially so if you are in a very intense soul connection, such as a twin flame, okay, connection. Because the mirror is that partner. If you are a twin flame, you know what I mean. The twin flame reflects back to you quite literally everything about yourself that is limiting you, requires healing, everything for you. It cleans you out. Okay, so the mirror is super, super important. And we're going to be talking more so about that mirror and how we could work with it a little better and how you might be avoiding union. Now, for so many of you out there who are struggling with, say, needing someone in your life, needing to have a relationship, feeling lonely, and all these different things, I want you to think about some things here. Namely that the needing, the attachment part. Let's address that and how that sabotages wholeness, how it sabotages self-union. The needing part is always about wanting something on the outside to complete you, to fulfill you, okay? Looking outside of one's self, okay? But you see, in order to truly achieve the best, the highest, and especially the twin flame who is you in another body, but they're not half of you. Remember that they're not really truthfully a half of a soul. In other words, you're not incomplete as a soul yourself. Your beloved is not incomplete as a soul themselves. You both have masculine and feminine energies. But even for anyone, looking for something outside of yourself is only going to reflect back to you an experience which reflects back need. Need. It could be codependency. You can be in a connection that comes into your life which is codependent. Okay, you can be in a connection which is power struggles there. Okay, but it certainly pays to have a better relationship with yourself and to really acknowledge the things within you that are coming up from the past that are preventing you from stepping into the self-love and empowerment. It is so, so important to have that be your focus and to understand that to look for love on the outside of yourself, it's such illusion. Okay? What we truly yearn for is, and this is so important, especially if you're a twin flame that's struggling on the journey right now because of a preconceived separation. Okay? I say that because there's no real separation. Separation is an illusion. It truly is. But what we are looking for is union with Source. That is what it is. Union with Source. Self-union. We are a part of Source. We are never disconnected from Source. Those of you who have worked with me, who have done readings before with me, I do a meditation in the beginning, balancing and grounding and bringing in protective energy. And I mentioned that how we are never separated from the light because we are this light. So we step into our I am that I am, our highest version of ourselves. We are never separated from that light, guys. Never. And if you have a beloved on the path, there's no separation. They are you. They are God. They are Source. So where do you find Source? Is it outside of yourself? Is it truly something that's outside and not within? Sure, Source is definitely, within the trees, within the water, within all the elements, and Source is everywhere, right? But we are a part of everything. There's no separation there either. Source is you. That's one of the greatest mysteries there. Source is you. You are Source. So what we truly are looking for, it's not really about the relationship in the physical. It's not. And if you are still seeking that out, if you're still very, very attached to that, if you still can't let go, we're going to talk more about that, and how that sabotages a lot of what you came here to achieve. But it's all learning. It's all learning. But if you are doing that, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. This is why in readings I always say to my twin flame clients in particular, but really it would apply to anyone, is take it back to yourself. Pull your energies back. If things aren't working out in terms of a beloved and they're still in a karmic partnership, if they are still within very toxic self-destructive behaviors, if they're still not there, you pulling and, struggling and most of all pushing your energy on them, energetically or physically or both, it's not helping anything. In fact, it's driving you further apart. It's truly in the highest good to pull your energies back and to really understand that you are really able to be whole within. You are. Is it human nature to want a relationship, to relate to other people? Of course. Of course it is. But we have to know how to go about it, where we're attracting healthier, higher vibrational relationships. This is why Twin Flames are here, because we are here to create a new relationship template. And in order to create a new relationship template, this is why so many twins, maybe not all, but most, have chosen to see it through to the physical union part, because that template, that example, bringing that out to humanity so that way they have access to a 5D relationship themselves. That's so important. But of course, it all comes down to how you relate to you. It really does. So some of the things that prevent us from achieving wholeness, embracing wholeness, a lot of things that have happened since childhood have been very difficult for a lot of people, very challenging. Some people come from abusive backgrounds. A lot of people come from family situations where the parents just weren't very present in their lives. They weren't really emotionally supportive. Perhaps they were distracted by very real obligations. Perhaps they still had their own fears regarding security and safety and those types of things. Root chakra. Okay, remember our ancestors from all those other, lifetimes. They were truly concerned about just mere survival. And there was a lot of fear of not having enough. Okay, and they've been through very difficult circumstances. I've talked about this before. So, some of the families that you may have grown up with, and tradition and background, of course, it varies as to what those extremities are. But there's a lot of those projected beliefs there onto you that create a lot of these limiting beliefs. And those are the things that make us think that we're separated from source, that we are not able to receive enough, that, somehow we're not good enough. Somehow we're not smart enough. Somehow we're not pretty enough. Somehow we're not enough, no matter what that enough means. We're not successful enough. We're not valued enough. We didn't show ourselves as a powerful person enough. I'm not enough. I'm not enough, not enough. And Source is enough and more. Mother Goddess, Father God is enough and more. And if Mother Goddess, Father God, Source, the universe, however you word it, is unlimited, then so are you. Then so are you. Which means if you were to tap into that and recognize, sit with those things that have been limiting you, some of the patterns, some of the beliefs that were passed down from generation to generation, and be able to clear that, so that way you can make your own clean choices. You can create and manifest, or co-create, co-manifest with the divine, have a brand new higher reality than your ancestors did. Wow, that's achieving wholeness. That's achieving union with Source. That's achieving union with you. Because so many of these beliefs, so many of these projections, they're not about true empowerment. They're about being limited. Seeing yourself limited in the world, seeing yourself as a victim, needing to look for a certain type of partner in a codependency way, so that way you have security. So I need to marry a rich man. That's just an example. I need this man to be completely, successful, to be a provider in this sort of way, and this is what my family expects of me. This is what my family believes. There's so many examples. I'm just trying to, throw a couple of examples out there. But we're really here to really undo all this garbage. We're here to let go of all those limitations so we can step into the truth of wholeness, the truth of being free from all of those limitations. Okay, so I'm not trying to, hopefully I'm not coming off preachy. I'm just trying to shed light and shed truth on a lot of these things. Until we're able to do the self-work, until we're able to look ourselves very clearly, look in that mirror, acknowledge the mirror that our twin flame is magnetizing, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it triggers you, if there's jealousy, if there is resentment, if there comes up that you're not feeling good about yourself, if you're having self-worth issues and your twin mirrors that exactly back to you, please understand, and here's an important thing to understand, it's not about your beloved. If you're not a beloved, it's not about any other person. It truly is about you. It's about you. Everything on this planet is a reflection of your vibration. I'll say it again. Everything on this planet is a reflection of your vibration. What type of vibration are you willing to embody? What type? Because if you are feeling really upset right now about your situation, if you're not feeling good about yourself or feeling good about your life, if you are really upset, bitter, jealous, in the waiting, checking on your twin, ghosting them, looking for answers constantly, going to readers all the time, trying to find out what you can do to make sure that your beloved is in your life, anything and everything like that, you have not reached wholeness and self-union because you are looking outside of yourself. A connection like a twin flame is not outside of yourself. The connection is this. You don't need to look for your twin on social media. You don't need to find out who they're dating or if they got divorced or if they're still with their wife or husband or if they took vacations. You don't need to do that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Are you lacking? Are you lacking? Because if you weren't lacking, you'd be in a place of peace. You'd be in a place of ease. If you weren't in fear-based energy, which is what this all is about, you would be within peace. You would be within surrender. Some people have reached that, but there's still some imbalances to really address. Nobody's perfect. This is not an easy thing to do. I'm not saying I'm some sort of guru. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at things. No. I'm just here because I'm guided to help. I'm here to offer my abilities. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to do this journey. I'm here to do the twin flame journey, the self-mastery, the ascension journey. And what it all boils down to, and the realizations that I have made definitely, is I don't need to check. I don't need to go for readings all the time, or any readings. Now, I'm not saying that, having twin flame readings to help you to understand certain things, take that into your space, and make those very important adjustments, transformations in your life wouldn't be helpful. Because there's times that we are guided to reach out to others for assistance. We are guided to reach out to others to just have us understand that the information that we've been receiving is correct and we just weren't trusting it. There are times where, yeah, we get off the track and we have been in a needful energy and a fear-based energy. And, it requires the angels or someone who's a guide to point that out to us. But once it's pointed out, though, it truly is up to you to be able to do that work and realize from a higher perspective what's going to help you. And it truly is about achieving that wholeness and knowing there is nothing that can complete you outside of yourself. You have everything that you need. Masculine and feminine energy, sources of you, sources, masculine and feminine energy. You are able to tap into an unlimited flow of abundance in all areas of your life. But will you choose to receive it? It's available to you. But will you be open to receive it? Will your energy be able to receive it? So it all comes down to the fear-based thoughts and beliefs. It's that relationship, it's that mirror with self. It's not about another. Some of the imbalances here that are keeping people from being within union, it truly is about the over-focus. I did a video that a lot of people were kind of amused by, but there's so much truth with the claw, with Jim Carrey's The Claw from Liar Liar, and how the more awakened twin flame has such a major push energy sometimes that sometimes we have to understand this is how it's coming off to our beloved, and it's because you're coming from a fear-based place. It's coming from a place of need, a place of attachment. Attachment is still based on fear. Again, it's having that attachment. It's having that need that someone or something else is going to fulfill you. I need something outside of myself. Not recognizing that yourself is the union. The union has to be with self, guys. It has to be yourself and source before it can ever make its way into the physical. It has to be with yourself. So I urge you guys, if you are going from reader to reader to reader, especially on a twin flame journey, tarot card reading to tarot card reading to tarot card reading to all these things, and you're going through all these things on YouTube and you constantly have subscriptions. Okay, if you need to unsubscribe to me, it's fine. Like literally, like I'm here just to point these things out to help people. And if you're finding that so much of that has you more reliant and over focused on another person, and that attaining them or needing to have them in your life is the ultimate goal, my gosh, shut it off. Unsubscribe. My suggestion is not going for those readings, and take a good look at the things that perhaps you need to heal for yourself. And maybe you would like to get a different type of reading just based on what healing you have or what you could do for you to achieve that union. That would truly benefit you even more. Because again, it's the marriage of self. It's you being in unity with you. And the other you, who's a part of you, happens to also be in another body. Okay, so it's something really to understand. And if you're finding yourself in that extremely attached space, feeling jealous, feeling bitter, and wondering when your twin is going to talk to you next, wondering when your twin is going to text you next, wondering, and they're constantly there. You're constantly focusing on that. Over-focusing on that. It's time to turn it around and focus on your own life. Achieving wholeness also comes with mission. It comes with purpose. And, we are now faced with making very practical changes in our spaces. Okay? You are, if you have a beloved, they are. It's about changing the way we live. Okay? The pandemic, of course, is a part of that. But what could you do for yourself? What could you do to make yourself happy? What could you do to give yourself more care? What do you need? What do you need for yourself? What do you need to do throughout your day to make that relationship better with yourself? Nurture yourself. What ideas are coming to you? What could you do as a soul to make a difference now? What abilities are now emerging? So many people's abilities are emerging. What abilities can you fine tune, learn about, work with, so that way you can have your place in the world as being someone who spreads the light, makes a difference. Okay, that puts you into your higher self. That aligns you. That aligns you with your higher soul. That aligns you with source. That aligns you with higher energy. And when you're aligned with higher energy, when you're feeling that high, when you're feeling that peace and that ease, and you have no care in the world about whether or not your twin is in a physical relationship with you or not, when you are at peace with who you are, feeling great about what you do, when you're no longer a victim to your past, to past abuse, to past distortions, to past ancestral beliefs, when you're no longer in that and you're free from that and you're free to co-create and co-manifest, and you know you're within the flow of creating and receiving, okay, giving and receiving. When you're in the flow with that, anything is possible. Anything is possible. You allow for the possibilities of reunion to finally take place rather than putting a stop to it and delaying it. There's so many people that do this, guys. I do so many readings all around the world, all the time. My God, I'm so tired. But I love doing it. I love doing it. I love helping people. I really do. But I do take the time for myself, though, when I need it. I have to. That's an act of self-love. Whether it's yoga, whether it's playing an instrument, whether it's meditating, whether it's cooking, whatever it is, dancing, reading, whatever floats your boat, whatever sparks your passion. It's an act of self-love. So if you're finding yourself in a place of struggle right now, thinking that somehow you're without something, without someone, it's not working out. When is it going to work out? I can't see it working out. I don't see any possibility of this ever working out. Then definitely my advice to you is to go back to this, to address that. What can you do for yourself now that is going to enable you to step into self-union and union with Source, which is what this special journey that you're on, if you're watching this, is all about. It's what advanced souls came here to do. It was to achieve that self-mastery, that wholeness. Self-mastery is recognizing wholeness and being able to work with that to the best of our ability to achieve the greatest on planet Earth. If it's your finances, work on what can you do to have that work for you. Are there fears of lack there? Do you feel like you're not going to have enough? Has that come from perhaps your parents' way of thinking? What has contributed to that in the world to add to that fear? Is it that you feel like you're just limited in some sort of way with achieving your dreams, that your dreams are not possible? Why aren't they possible? What fears are there that are stopping it from being possible? Because anything is possible with love, and you watching this right now are love. You are love. You are unconditional love. It's time to get the conditions out. So, I hope that this is a video to really help you to understand more about that. And I just thought of something I wanted to add before we end too, is that you're a unique person. You don't look like anyone else. You're not like anyone else. You may be very similar to your beloved, but you have a unique signature, a unique soul expression. And if you're finding yourself getting caught up in illusions of maybe someone's prettier than you or smarter than you or better than you, or you have a beloved and they're going to choose someone else because they're just so much more than you, then you need to start thinking more about yourself. You need to fall in love, not in a narcissist way. You need to fall in love with yourself. And that mirror work, I recommend Archangel Chamuel is fantastic. The pink ray, to help you to be gentler with yourself, help you to have a more peaceful relationship with self, help you to see your beauty in every single way, on every single level, and step into that, because it can't be achieved on the outside. It can only be achieved on the inside. All of life that you're experiencing, again, just to bring this video full circle, is a reflection of your vibration. It's not about what you want, and it's just the intention you're putting out there into the universe. You have to be that vibration. You have to vibrate that energy, and then that energy will attract the same. Like attracts like. But you have to step into that energy. So that might, for some people, you might be going about the twin flame journey in a way which is self-sabotaging and not helping in any way. It comes to, learning and releasing separation. Completely releasing and letting go completely. Letting go completely. When I mean completely, I mean completely. Completely. Okay? So some very real things to think about. We keep it real here on the Paranormal Priestess. But it's not for dramatic reasons. It truly is because, Spirit, the divine, they guide me to share messages that people really need now, especially at their points of their journey. And let me tell you, if you really take the time to listen to this message, maybe even listen to it again, like it and save it, go back, go deeper into it, work on it, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel less stress. You're not going to be in the dramas of anyone else that you are still waiting for. You're not going to feel that pain anymore, because you've separated yourself from that, from anything that's toxic, and you've decided that I'm enough. I am enough. I am love. I am the love. I am source. There's nothing more needful. I am it. And once you vibrate that wholeness, your world will change. Union will be everywhere. It will show up in your physical reality. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone who has subscribed to the channel. For anyone who unsubscribes to the channel, maybe that will help you. Whatever you need to do for yourself, though, do that for you. Okay. It's just the reality. It's the reality of energy. I'm wishing everyone the very, very best. Love to you all. I'm wishing you definitely more peaceful days, more self-realizations, more feeling just empowered and feeling that self-love. And I know you guys are just going to be amazing out there in the world. So I thank you already. Brightest blessings. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Take care, everyone, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.